Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And today on the Hermitcraft server, I am here to say Happy New Year. Welcome to 2021. We are ready to do some work, but then also have some fun. I know it is time to talk about what our resolutions are. We're going to get to those in a minute. But first, I wanted to kind of have something to work on while we talk, you know? It is so much more fun if I have something to show off to y'all. And one thing I've been meaning to show off to y'all would be a forest full of bees down here. Well, it's not a forest full of bees yet. It is not an apiary, which you can Google. That's the word for a thing full of bees. Until we actually, get the bees down here and make the things happen. So what we need to do is plant a bunch of trees near flowers, I believe. And then we need to, expand the trees with the magic of bone meal. Like this. And then there is a 1 in something chance that those trees will be, born with some sort of, symbiotic relationship with a beehive. Now, the thing about 1 in 20 chances is even though I brought, 24 of these, we might not actually get one. But you know what? That's fine. We can always go get more where that came from. Where did that come from? My incredibly terrible chest system. That's actually the second item we're going to be working on while we talk about New Year's resolutions. My storage system is a little bit of a mess. I've got a bunch of random chests in here. I've got a bunch of chests up in the winery. And just on the whole, there is a lot of room for improvement. Am I going to make a genuine effort toward improvement? Well, it's a new year, so we're all going to pretend that I am. Realistically, who can tell? It's a little bit early yet. It is still January 1st. So, we'll see how it goes throughout this video. Time skip. Our beacon restored. I look about this cave and I think if there's one thing we need, it is more of an arch up in this area here. You know, now that we got that Haste 2 beacon in place, the best thing that we can do is gonna be to really just rip out this ceiling up here to make this entire chest storage area feel more open and like it's more part of the broader cave system here. You know, I've started turning down the lighting in Minecraft when I'm down here, and I feel like that really adds a lot. It feels more cavernous, and I really want to lean into that here. This right here does not feel like a cavern. This feels like a mine shaft. This is just, I mined out a few layers. But you know what? That's why we have the magic of scaffolding. Because I can just roll over here and kind of establish kind of a scaffolding trail. And just say, okay, I'm going to stand on top of these scaffolds. Whoops. And I'm going to mine up and outward. And that will make some sort of shape in the ceiling, like a dome, but not quite. And what I can also do is, with this method where I just wildly hew and hopefully don't accidentally break any chests, I can say, well, I want the front of the cave here to be taller than the back of the cave. So what I'll do is I will just kind of put some extra scaffolds on top of these. And so let's say that I start with these ones here 3 higher, and I have this descend slowly over time. Or I could do it intermittently, so I might have one that's too high right here, and I can have a little bit of undulation, right? Kind of just giving it more of a natural feel on the whole. One thing to keep in mind with scaffolds, though, is mobs will spawn atop them. So I'm going to want to make sure that I've also got torches handy to make sure we don't have creepers spawning behind us while we're hewing this all out. There we go. So by establishing also kind of a wideness to the mouth of the cave, it's going to feel more natural too. So we want this to kind of feel like it's wider up front and then narrows toward the back. And by making the scaffolding wide and then progressively narrower, we ensure kind of a naturalistic result that foundationally is based on solid math. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and mine this out. Time skip. One of my New Year's resolutions this year is to get more close to my neighbors. So not only am I flying directly towards BoubleO's castle, but I have arranged an audience with him in his throne room. So hopefully this goes well. I've never actually really announced myself to royalty before, but this will be good practice for whenever I'm invited to meet the Pope or someone else important.
Ah, hear ye, hear ye. What comes after that?
Dear good King of Slumber, the builder of spires, I seek an audience.
You may approach.
Thank you.
I don't know how to talk like this, Joe. I haven't practiced. You do D&D. I don't do D&D.
Yeah, the problem is when I do D&D, I basically do like the same voice I do for everything, which is this.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's
okay.
Okay.
I like it.
It's actually really hard to do voices in D&D, like if you're also running the game, or at least for me, because there's so many variables. But anyway.
Yes.
Howdy, neighbor, as we would
say. Joe, it's so glad that we're finally, we've been so close to each other for so long. I baked us something.
What?
I can't put it on this, though.
Oh, no.
Let's eat off the floor.
Okay, I was going to say, I brought a glowing table, but yeah, your thing is good, too.
I'll keep it warm.
Yeah, that's a heat lamp. I stepped on it.
It's okay. That's fine.
That's
just
not out of disrespect.
Flavor.
That's a way of celebrating.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Well, I guess we're not going to be able to eat this for quite a long time.
No, not unless we jump incessantly. But you know what?
Yeah.
Why don't we work up a hunger? I wanted to show you something. I've got a model I built 1-to-1 of a real piece of German architecture called the Brandenberg Gate. And I appreciated you giving me permission to build this on our border without seeing it.
Yes.
But yeah, it is just right over this way here. It's just out of view distance from your castle, which is either a blessing or a curse.
It's a curse. I wish I could see it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is 1-to-1, Joe?
Yeah, this is 1-to-1. And believe me, I got it wrong like 4 times. Every single one of these pillars got moved many times. But yeah, so I built this for New Year's because this is where they do the big German fireworks show every year. And I wanted to have a place to shoot off fireworks for EU Midnight on stream. So.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, this is nice. I like this. There's some very nice... Okay. I fell.
That's okay.
It's a little dangerous. It's very cool, though. So is this it? Is it done, or is there more to add to it, or?
Well, so that's the next thing I wanted to bring to your attention. There's actually supposed to be a sculpture of 4 horses atop of this called a quadriga. And I heard that you might know a little bit about horses and maybe getting them on top of buildings or something.
Oh, Joe, I do know. Oh, yes. Oh, you've come to the right guy. I've done some horsing. Do you want to see? I don't know if you've kind of seen the action that I've had going on over here, just over this way. Mm-hmm. This is where my horseman lives.
Ooh.
And he kind of is the caretaker for all the horses in town. So, and we rate them. We rate them by speed and jump ability. Mm-hmm. This one's a 4-stick speed and 3.5 snow jump.
Gotcha.
Pretty good jumper, this guy.
Also.
Yeah, and then this one, 5-stick speed and so on. And a plethora of horses to choose from. Of course, this one right here, this is my baby. You don't touch this one. But you know what? Actually touch it. Take that horse for a quick ride and feel the speed of it.
Ooh,
huh?
Wow.
Look at you go.
This is unbridled animal power. I mean, there's literally a bridle there, but other than that, it's like there's no bridle at all. Wow.
Right. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it?
Woo. Yeah. I understand you not wanting to put this one on top of a roof forever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, wow.
So I have an idea.
Okay.
Well, by the way, let me show you this. Oh, you're going to like this. You and I. Do you see something on my back?
Yeah, you got an elytra, or your Minecon cape. This was actually the Minecon we met at.
This is the Minecon we met at. That's right. Not many people have this one. This is a rare one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Switch to third person so people can see both of us caping it up.
Yes. Oh, right. Yes. Yes, of course.
There we go.
So I have an idea, and you can take it or leave it. Okay. There are multiple horses here. Some good, some bad. And you need 4, right?
I need 4, yeah.
I could sell you a couple of, a mare and a stallion.
Okay.
And another mare and another stallion. Or you could have access to your own breeding ground here and create your own horses.
Wow,
from these.
That would be really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is good stock. It's good stock,
They
Joe.
seem like it.
Yes.
And so how do you breed horses in Minecraft these days? Is it hay or hay bales?
You know what? That's the question that everybody asks. Funny enough, just a couple of carrots. Yep, just a couple of carrots, and you're in business. Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
So let's see. Are these two actually in the same pen, or
they aren't? But they could be very quickly. Watch this.
Whoa!
Boom. Yes.
You are just like a renovating fool, man.
Thank you. So
and
there we go. Boom.
Oh, it's so adorable. It's got the white socks like it does, Mama. Aww.
Yeah. That's yours now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm realizing I didn't bring a saddle or anything.
That's a real shame. Hold on, let me see if I have one.
On these?
I got tons of leads.
Oh, I've got leashes. I brought those because I got those from the dog catching game.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, the horse breeding, itself, that's free, but the saddle, that's 2 stacks of diamonds, of course.
Well, I don't really. I've been kind of avoiding diamonds this season as a bit of a personal challenge. I'm not sure if there's anything you particularly need. Like, I've got shroom lights. Those are a real pain to farm.
Joe, no. I just need a great neighbor. And that's all you are to me, is a great neighbor. You have that saddle. It's in your cape. It's behind you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I want to be a great neighbor, but I'm also gonna have to, like, litter in order to make room. Oh, wait, no, I can just put my helmet and my pants back on.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that solves that problem.
That's the way. I was like, I'll be a great neighbor, B-Dubs, but also, here are some weeds I had in my pocket.
Oh, thank you so much. What a perfect trade.
I saw you're using some to decorate over here, and I thought, B-Dubs, I'm sure he could use more plants.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, these would be perfect for my collection.
Enjoy. Well, folks, BoubleO100 back there was both more and less helpful than I hoped in ways that I didn't anticipate. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put down some of these little fences you see here as kind of, what do you call those? Posts for the horses. There's a word, hitching posts. Yeah. We're going to hitch our 4 horses here. Now, I've gone and I've planted carrots over there in our garden. You can just barely see them in the distance there. But we now have a sustainable supply of carrots. And I swapped out a bunch of gold in our beacon pyramid with emeralds, so that we have plenty of gold to make all the golden carrots we'll need. Now, actually getting the horses up here is going to be a different type of chore. So what I'm imagining we'll do is we'll just go ahead and set up some scaffolds like this, and then maybe kind of just like jump in like a spiral. I'm sure that there's probably a better way to do this. Wait. Oh, yep, I found it. Found the better way. I was the before guy on the commercial. Is this how you scaffold up a Brandenberg Gate? It doesn't have to be. Thanks to the magic of knowing how Minecraft works. There we go. So thanks to knowing how Minecraft works, we can now... Well, I'm going to manually do these ones. Thanks to being too lazy to go back down there. Yay. Okay. So, at this point, we have everything we need to get the horses up here, except for the fact that I haven't actually bred them yet. Now, BoubleO always carries a bed on him, so his base does not have very many beds, like, in it. So I'm going to go ahead, swing back to mine, and lay my head down and dream, and we will see you at the stables. Hey, horses! It looks like one of you has grown all the way up. Most excellent. We are just going to breed 3 more little babies that will grow into majestic stallions just like this, so we can put them on top of our Brandenberg Gate. Let's go ahead and give Mama and Papa each one of these golden carrots. There's one. There's one. I might have given them 2. That's fine. Yay! Oh, and there's an adorable baby. Hey, adorable baby. Why don't you come out here so you don't get mixed up with the mama and the daddy when, No. Well, okay, here. Look. I got a carrot. You want the carrot? You want the carrot? You want the carrot? Come on out. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out, pal. Okay, can I push it out? It looks like it's confused by the thing. Somehow. Yeah, there we go. Okay, great. We want to make sure that when these grow up, they don't get mixed up with B-Dubs' ones, because, like, this one is identical to one of its parents, and B-Dubs tested these. Hasn't tested this one. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and let some time pass so we can generate 2 more of these. Time skip. Well, folks, we've got 3 of our 4 horses up there, thanks to this little scaffold and bit from before. Now, what I want to do is run back over here and grab the final horse so I can show y'all the beautiful path that I've been enjoying. You know? Like, yeah, we love zooming around on the server in flight, but let's go ahead and get our last horse here and take it for a wonderful little ride through B-Dubs' area. You know, I don't even need that HUD. You know, I can just enjoy this nice little trail, and this nice little trail. Just taking a nice leisurely walk. I keep saying nice. Nice horsey. Going for a trot now. Nice horsey. Oh no, it's getting dark. Wow. Yeah, this part over here is a little bit worse for the horse and my face. But, you know, luckily, that's not what makes the money. So, we're going to go ahead and just hop up here. We can just look at the vineyard. Oh, this part actually is easier if you have the HUD. Because I can see the, trying to hit that. There we go. This horse has a decent jump. At least when I actually get it right. There we go. Now, you know, what we've got here are several posts that we can secure the horses to so that they don't go too far. Now, it has been pointed out that I could theoretically put posts inside the ground here, and then they wouldn't stick out as much. Like, if I just put a post here, right? Now, the thing about that is, at that point, we would need to actually, like, really come in here with sandstone and fill around this, but that does feel like the right thing to do in terms of the overall build, and this is going to be impossible to place these things. I'm going to just end up punching through the floor myself if I'm not careful. No! Yep. So thanks to the hitboxes of the horses, this is a challenge. Oh, yeah, you actually can't place... There it is. Okay. So, let's see if we can even... Can we move these? Of course not. That would be too simple. There we go. Look at this. It's like progress, but more frustrating. No, this is just how progress is, folks. Don't let anyone lie to you and tell you otherwise. Progress is obnoxious, but often worthwhile. Okay, you know what I'm realizing is we don't have room to put 4 of them in unless some of them are touching. But you know what? That's okay, because that's not the end of the world. We'll just take this one and secure it to there. We'll take that one and secure it to there. Then we need to be careful not to hit the horses while we break the fence. Perfect. B-Dubs would not approve of the horses being damaged in this. Great. You know, the lighting around here still has room for improvement, and we still have some other New Year's resolutions to address. I got kind of derailed. I got so focused on the New Year's resolution of spending more time connecting with my neighbors on the server that I didn't get into my insane methodology of how I create resolutions and a bunch of other stuff. One thing I've been working on, too, is I've been working on getting more organized. So, over here in our cave system, I have started both adding some better lighting in a few places, and also carved out a whole little organization cave here. And clearly there are some flaws to this project, because there should not be just random zombies walking around. I'm not sure where or from whence that occurred, but we're going to keep at it. In the meantime, I like that this looks like a cool 80s arcade floor. I can put my ender chests along here, or shulker boxes. There's the ender chest. I've got a bunch of sorted stuff on my andesite. Bunch of gravel. You know, wood and wood-based products. Stems. You know, we got all sorts of stuff here. And what I'm thinking about doing as well over here, this is less organization and more just reaching for the stars, is I'm hoping to like just punch out a bunch of these random torches and put in soul lamps. Now for the areas like this, where there's actually a shelf, the soul lamps are not going to be sufficient. So what I'm probably going to do is embed some shroom lights throughout here. And hopefully I can do so with just a few of these, because they're super expensive. Or not expensive, but they're just obnoxious to farm, which in Minecraft translates to... Wait, this is already 7 light? No, wait. No, that's chunk 7. Okay, cool. How far out do I have to go before I start getting into lighting terror? Okay, right here, lighting is an issue. So we just bada bing. Gonna drop that one there. We can drop one here. And then hopefully that will allow us to remove that without any real immediate clear and present danger. So if I can just go through all these little nooks that have shelves like that, and it's funny, that nook is now less noticeable than everything around it because the torches just seize so much attention. They're just like, see here, and I'm like, no, I refuse. And, you know, that sort of thing. I'm not sure, unfortunately, some of this is so steep, it's hard to embed the shroom lights unobtrusively. Like here I could put one. And that's not really an obtrusion. But like in stuff like this, it gets a little bit dicier because there's just so much exposed sides. And I don't want the shroom lights to demand a bunch of attention. Except for the ones that are floating for no reason in the middle. Those are important. I want those. And I also don't want to get started with these torches over here, because this whole thing might get terraformed out. But yeah, one of my other New Year's resolutions, though, is I want my builds to look more finished, because I always get started on things, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll polish that off by the end of the season. And yes, the end of the season is probably a while away, because I don't know when 117 is coming out at this point. But realistically, like, I could just make this cave look more awesome now. I actually invited B-Dubs to come down here and use these spawners if he ever needs any skulls or bones or whatever. So, you know, if he's going to be over here, I don't want this to be embarrassing. This needs to be good. And, yeah, these torches could be worse, but they also could be better. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and work on all that now. Time skip. The buzz around here for the new year is that 2021... is where the bees get it done. But, you know, not just the bees, but also maybe the Joseph B. Hills. Look at this ceiling. I've taken most of the torches that were directly attached to the ceiling and replaced them with lanterns. I haven't been able to get, like, 100% of them. But, oh, wait, no, wait, these ones here are floating candles. I left the floating candles from the original stairwell. This entire wall is a nightmare. I'm still working out what I want to do with this wall. This wall is exempt from the current renovation process. But the rest of the area is looking better, and you'd better believe it. Check this out. Oh, it's so delightful. Now, I've also gone in and replaced a bunch of the torches along the path here. Not all of them yet, because these shroom lights, unfortunately, are a bit expensive. But we've got some new hives in here. Like, there's one. There's a hive. We've got some hive boxes. I don't have a safe way to harvest these yet. We'll worry about that later. But core concept, this is better than it was. And if this can be better than it was, maybe other things can be too. Or at least, that's what I would like to hope. Can we land successfully? Yay, we did it. Alrighty. You may have noticed that this episode was pre-roll ad-free. That means there was no video, or no ad before the video. That is thanks to $200 a month Patreon sponsor, C. Lance. So thank you, C. Lance, for that, saving everybody a lot of time today. You may have noticed that this episode was also mid-roll ad-free. That's thanks to $100 a month Patreon sponsor, BioDuck. In lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now present a poetry prompt of my own devising, so you can compose a poem of your own devising to share in the YouTube comment section below. The Arcade Floor. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.